Hello and welcome to the second installment of Shot Clock, the sports show where controversial topics are raised and our panelists are given 24 seconds to make their point. I'm your host, Lauren Bean. This week, our topics center around the success of the Lamphere football season, a surprising turnout for the soccer team, and the MLB postseason. But before we get to the topics, let's meet our panel. First, we have Mr. Tyler Namey.
What's up?
And by his side, the terrifying Adam Woolley. And finally, but not lastly, we have Jonathan Lobsinger.
Get out.
Gentlemen, let's get to the topics. After a really tough 0-9 season for the Lamphere football team, it seems a change was needed. Lamphere brought in Jeff Glenn, and he changed the culture and turned our team around to a 5-3 record and a league championship, and a hopefully playoff berth. The question is, what are your thoughts on the football team, and how will it look in the coming years? Also, share your pick from the MVP of the team. Johnny, the floor is yours. Your 24 seconds starts now.
Obviously, the football team did a tremendous job this year. Going from a winless season to a winning season is great. They won their division. They got a big game this Friday against Madison. So good luck next Friday, guys. I think they'll continue to get better. They had a really good leadership group this year, so I can only imagine that they're going to get better from years to come.
Yeah, for sure.
And their coach is so great. I mean, just see how they brought everyone together. And for my MVP picks, I have James Grahams and Zach Hilliard.
Noble choices.
Yes. Good job, guys.
All right, Johnny, thanks for your positive input. Mr. Woolley, what do you think about Coach Glenn coming in and changing the culture?
I had the privilege of being on the interview committee that hired Coach Glenn, and one of the things that we knew immediately was that he was the right guy to change our culture. Young, upstart, with great football knowledge, and everything that he said in that interview he's brought to this team. With that being said, when you instill a culture like that, what you do is you build a program, and hopefully what the younger players are seeing is that leadership from peer to peer, because a lot of times people think it's coaching, but it's really what the leaders of the team from a student-athlete standpoint put down to the other student-athletes that carry on that tradition, that pride in that program. And they've done a good job of teaching those leaders to be leaders. So, that being said, my MVP for the football team would be our quarterback, Jacob Thomas.
Solid choice.
And a middle linebacker, Josh Kincannon.
All right, good picks, Mr. Woolley.
Hey,
Tyler, what are your thoughts on the football success, and what do you see for the future?
Honestly, I'm just really surprised, and I'm happy that the football team's actually getting some success. So I'm really glad we brought in a young guy like Glenn, and he's really changing the culture and just giving players a spark and just changing the culture. I can't stop saying that, but yeah, I'm really hoping that they get this win tomorrow. It's going to be a good playoff for them. So.
And one of the things too that we didn't touch on is that football sets the tone for most high schools.
Yeah, it's the biggest sport.
It is. And it's amazing to see just the change in the attitude. You know, players even said and acknowledge it. Like on Friday nights, people wouldn't want to come out to the games, and now it's like, hey, are you going to be at the game? Yeah. And honestly, that's the way it should be. It's the town that I grew up in, Madison Heights, was like this. The place would literally shut down on Friday nights, and everybody was at the game. So that's huge.
And then for my MVP picks.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, I got James Graham for offense and Zach Hilliard for defense.
All right.
On to our next topic. The Lamphere soccer team looked like a for sure mess after last season, losing a great coach in Keith Jeffries while also losing 8 seniors. A new coach stepped up to the plate, or should I say on the pitch, and made it work with what they got. With returning captains Gabe Denicio and Brett Berger, Lamphere finished the season with a 4-6 record in the league. In addition, beating a tough Avondale team to move on to district finals. Taking a tough loss to Harrison. Guys, what do you think about how well soccer did? Also, make your MVP predictions as well. Tyler, get the first crack at this. Your 24 seconds starts now.
Yeah, I'm very happy for the soccer team. I think Mr. Jeffrey was a really good coach, and they had a great senior class last year with, obviously losing 8, so that's a good amount. But just touching on the future of it, they got a lot of captains leaving this year as well with Brett and Gabe, and I'm just really curious to see how the new coach will do with such a young team like that. So I'm really pulling for them. And, sucks that they lost to Harrison, but I'm happy with it. And my pick for MVP would definitely be Gabe Denicio, the man on his head.
All right, good pick, Tyler. Mr. Woolley, what do you think about the team being successful after losing so much?
I think Tyler alluded to a couple of different key indicators. One, he had a holdover in Brett Berger, who was incredibly solid around in the midfield. He played the ball real well. But another big piece of that puzzle was Gabe Dionisio. Gabe made some incredible stops all the way throughout the entire season. Held that team within 1-goal games and made it able to win, and was a huge difference maker during the PKs in the district win. So it was great to see them have some success with the big loss of the kids that they had last year. It was good for the kids who had that chance to hold over. But like I said before, the key to this team was the goaltender.
Yes,
Gabe
sir.
Dionisio. Gabe Dionisio. Also a heck of a third baseman.
All right, Johnny, what are your thoughts for the future of the soccer program?
Obviously, last year they lost 8 seniors. That's huge. That's a good chunk of your team. So they bounced back really well this year. They're going to lose a lot of seniors this year. So maybe the next couple of years it might be pretty rough since they're going to be a younger and possibly more inexperienced team. But that only leads to success down the road. It'll give those guys a chance to form camaraderie with each other, and that's what teams need. So maybe next year might be better. Then my MVP is the goalie, Gabe Dionisio.
Yes, sir.
Boom, safe.
Next, we take a look at the MLB postseason. The postseason has been ranging on unpredictable matchups and unpredictable outcomes. The Dodgers are up on the Cubs 3-1 in the series. The Astros took a quick 2-0 lead on the Yankees, but the Yankees have fought back and are taking the series 3-2. Pick a matchup and tell us who you think is going to take the cake and why. Jonathan, you get to start this off. Your 24 seconds starts now.
Honestly, I hope Houston wins the series against the Yankees, not just so JV gets his ring, but I think it'll be huge for that city after what they endured with the hurricane. So, but unfortunately, I don't think they will be going to the big series this year. But yeah, I think it will be the Dodgers and the Yankees. What would I do wrong?
Nothing, you're good. I just don't want to see it, that's all.
Oh, I thought you. Oh.
No, you're good. Keep going.
Oh, yeah.
Preach on, brother.
So yeah, I think it'll be Dodgers and the Yankees in the big show, and yeah, we'll see what happens from there.
All right, Tyler, what are your takes on these matchups?
Honestly, I think it's a pretty interesting matchups right here. I'm pretty surprised that the Yankees came back from that lead, and now they're up 3-2. And tomorrow we got Verlander and Severino on the mound, and Verlander is a walking god in the playoffs, so I'm expecting a Houston win, but I'm hoping the Yankees will win that series. And then I think the Dodgers need one more, and the Dodgers in the series. Got to go Dodgers in the series, though, for sure. That's going to be Mr. Woolley has passed away.
And Mr. Woolley, take us home. Give us some in-depth perspective on your postseason picks, but try not to kill anybody else.
I never thought I'd live in a world with Donald Trump as president and then Yankees fans in Detroit. They need to go back to the old American League East. I hate the Yankees. Justin Verlander could do nothing better than get revenge by beating this team, sending it to a Game 7, and then wiping them off the face of the earth. No Yankees.
I don't mind if we're rooting for the Dodgers, but let's all cheer for a Dodgers-Astros matchup in the World Series and kill the evil empire that is the New York Yankees.
All right, fellas, that's all the time we have this week. Great analysis and breakdown. I look forward to the continued discussion. Until next week, I'm Lauren Beam saying this week's shot clock has expired.